welcome to the session on integrating cybersecurity with SCADA systems. We are going to have an exciting 5 hours interesting training sessions about SCADA, about cybersecurity. For those who are not familiar 100%, SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition, and we are using this computer system for controlling critical infrastructure, manufacturing processes and other installations. Short introduction of myself. My name is Ehrenreich. I bring 40 years of activities in the area of SCADA and cybersecurity with a variety of employment with leading companies involved in SCADA and cybersecurity. It's going to be an exciting session, and let me introduce you what we are going to talk about. First of all, cyber crimes in the 21st century is not what we saw before. And I'm going to speak separately about IT and about SCADA. Cyber crime is today well organized, financed by strong commercial organizations and hostile countries. In the past, we have seen the hackers having a quick entry and immediately disappear. Today, what we see, it's the advanced persistent threat. I'm going to explain it, where the hacker is penetrating to your system, staying there, collecting information about what is happening in your system, and then he's preparing the attack. The attack is for stealing information, causing outage and damage to mechanical equipment. First of all, about SCADA. When we say SCADA control and defense, we actually mean three things. First of all, we need to prevent that due to any reason the installed equipment will hurt people. Second, we need to make sure that the people cannot cause damage to the equipment. And the last, and of course important, that the equipment or the installation will perform the operation exactly as we want to do it. When we speak about cybersecurity and related to the IT, information technology, we always say the famous CIA, standing for confidentiality, integrity and availability. However, when we are talking about SCADA and critical infrastructure control, we are talking about two things: safety and reliability. These are the important things, and all the actions that we are doing for controlling the system and for protecting the system is to achieve these two goals: safety and reliability. When we define what is a cyber attack, of course, cyber attack is attacking a computer system for causing, as I mentioned, outage, damage and stealing information. SCADA attack may start locally, meaning somebody will penetrate to your premises, or it can go to from remote, when somebody is attacking your system via the internet connection. When we look at this diagram, and you will see this diagram several times during the upcoming sessions, this diagram is showing 4 sections: the SCADA system, the corporate network, a software test laboratory, which is always connected to the SCADA system, and you will hear a lot about why it is done, and also the 4th box representing vendor connection through the internet. A hacker can attack your critical infrastructure almost at any location in this diagram, and once the malware or the virus penetrated to this big architecture, it can travel across the architecture, it can go through firewalls by compromising firewalls, and actually the hacker will achieve his goal, which means stealing information, causing outage and causing damage. I already mentioned that attack can be done remotely meaning via the internet network, and also can be done locally, Also can be done locally when somebody is penetrating to your system. As I mentioned, today the real attack on the critical infrastructure is called advanced persistent threat. Advanced means that the hacker selected your installation, your system, and he is going to collect information as much as needed in order to prepare the attack and complete it successfully. Persistent means that the hacker is not going to stop until he completes his attack. And threat, of course, this is what is the goal, is to prepare the attack and cause the damage. Later we will be talking about regular attacks. We are going to talk about zero-day vulnerabilities, zero-day exploits and zero-day attacks. You will learn a lot about it. I already mentioned that in this training session, which is going to last about 5 hours, the sessions are dividing to 12 sessions, and going from introduction about SCADA security vulnerabilities. We'll be talking about introduction about SCADA architectures for those who are not 100% familiar with SCADA. Very important, we'll be explaining what is the difference between SCADA system and the IT system. And of course, we are going to talk a little bit about basics, the encryption, authentication in general and specifically about SCADA systems. We all know that firewall is among the most critical components in defending any type of control system, so firewalls are definitely used for controlling SCADA, for protecting SCADA systems. We are going to talk about additional equipment, IDS intrusion detection system, IPS intrusion prevention system, SIEM security information event management, DMZ stands for demilitarized zone, and UGW for unidirectional security gateways. Very important defense measures. I'm not going to forget about the IoT, the new baby on the ground. IoT is derived from SCADA systems, and when the success, as I will explain later in the sections, the success of the IoT will depend on how successfully the industry will be able to deploy cyber defense for these systems. I already briefly mentioned the externally generated and internally generated cyber attack, and I'm going to explain it in details. What is the difference? What is common? We are going to talk about specific attack vectors, attack techniques, like man in the middle, denial of service, distribution denial of service, and I will also mention GPS spoofing, because this GPS spoofing is very important is a very important type of attack for SCADA systems. How we are going to protect the SCADA systems? We are going to do security assessment, we are going to pay attention to best practices, what they say, how to do the protection. I'm not going to forget about SCADA forensic, which is the investigation about what happened in the system. We will be talking about some regulations, the NERC, NIST and European regulations. And finally, the most important, we are going to talk about how to enhance the cyber resiliency of your entire installation. So, who should participate in this training session? First of all, I'm talking to a broad range of people, those who are designing SCADA systems, those who perform maintenance, for those people who are familiar with SCADA systems but they need to upgrade the cyber security, and also managers who want to upgrade their knowledge about SCADA and cyber security. What you need to know before participating in these 12 sessions. First of all, I'm going to give a lot of background, so if you are not true an expert in cyber security, don't worry, you will gain this knowledge. You need to know a little bit about computer networking, very little about SCADA basics, because I'm going to explain what it's all about. If you know about corporate IT systems, how they operate, it will help. And also those people who already have certification for CISO and CISSP and other, but they want to focus now on SCADA systems, they will also gain a lot of knowledge from these 12 sessions. So, see you soon participating at these 12 exciting sessions.